So let's get started with the commentary for podcast episode 125. Uplift yourself. Keep your mind free of fear. Well, so I really like the title, but what I wanted to talk about is this is the first podcast commentary after your series. And of course, Uplift Yourself is kind of the name of the series. So maybe we should talk about first about the series and then get into this Uplift episode.
Sure. I created the Uplift series because I was getting calls from clients and students, and I started with basics in one. It was the first one at 120, and how we can really bring our mind back home, because everyone's fearful right now, and they're tapping into the media sound bites. The media's motive is to get more clicks, right, and get more subscribers. And what they do is they filter, they put these fearful thoughts in. I mean, I'm back to the toilet paper where people were going out. The fear was so intense, and it's not something to be laughed at. The fear was so intense that people went in, that herd mentality, that emotional cognition that I had said. Not cognition, I'm thinking of the mind, but contagion, the emotional contagion.
Sure, it's still
That,
going on, in fact. I
yeah,
mean, with
yeah.
the toilet paper thing, it's sad. Um, you know,
Well, I could see there are people that need it, that maybe they're invalids or they don't want to go out, etc. But we have to stop the fear, because what the fear, the whole spiritual uplift series was about, what can you do at home? What are some practices that you could do? And if you're out, I did the second one, 121, for healthcare providers that are out there. These people are out there in the front line, serving, serving, serving. What can we do? Well, I gave a practice that if they're there, how they could step back and center themselves so that they can create that shield and be immune to what's really happening. And these people are out there really working for us, so everyone has to do their job. The people that are respecting the social isolation, but there are others that aren't respecting it. And I actually did a class this week. I did a live class, and I spoke about, what is our responsibility? We have to stay back so that the healthcare workers can do their job. So again, we're serving others. This is all about service. This whole pandemic is about service, so that we could uplift our spirit, overcome the fear, because the fear is what keeps the veil on. And the veil I'm talking about is that covering that keeps us fearful, angry, aggressive, making fun, throwing sticks and stones at people, blaming them for the whole pandemic. No one's to blame. We're to blame ourselves. We have to go within ourselves and really look at what's going on. How are we contributing to this mass pandemic? Because we all are. No one is free. It's a collective consciousness. And I set those five up because I wanted to give people like variety. So if one practice doesn't work for one, there are other practices that will work. And I put together five. And the whole concept of it is we have to just relax to the core. And we've talked about that. Relaxing allows our innate nature to serve others. That's really where we want to be. We want to do for others. And like I had said, and I'm gonna demonstrate it here, because I demonstrated it on my live event, and now we're on camera, so I could say, instead of all of us doing this all the time when our children are here, I had people call me and say, what do I do with my children? And enjoy them, go for a walk, talk to them, read them a story. But we're always doing this, and we're losing scope. So this pandemic, although it's contributing, we're on social media, or not social media, we're on using the media and the technology as a way to connect. We also have to put everything into perspective, and that's what this is all about. And those five that I really put into a list are really to give us some food for thought that we could work with spiritually. We have to uplift, and the spirit, aspirare, to breathe, to step into light, is really what this is all about. Because where there's darkness, there's always light. And when we remove the fear and take that veil off, we are in the light of our own being. And only then can we serve humanity as well as nature. Nature is suffering too. And that's really what it was all about for that.